I help people start new beginnings because I know how important it is to your family to be certain that you can provide clarity and security for their future. My name's John Zenner. I'm a family law attorney, and today I want to talk to you about three things that you really must consider if your spouse brings an order of protection against you. The first thing I want to mention to you is this may be the biggest life changing experience of your life. You may have been excluded from the house. You may not be able to do things that you're accustomed to doing with your children. So get ready for a tough ride and recognize that. And the reality is the first thing, the most important thing that you must do is get into court as quickly as possible. And let me tell you a secret, the best way to do that. The best way to do that is to immediately file for visitation of your children. It does several things. It gets you to court faster than maybe the return date of the order of protection. And most importantly, you now get to tell the judge who you are, that you're concerned about visiting with your children. You get to begin to change the conversation. Before we go on to number two that you need to keep in mind, I want to remind you, and I should have done this earlier, but I want you to be certain that you do not ever post anything on social media. When you get served with that order of protection, when you get accused, you stay off social media like you were going to walk into traffic in the middle of the rush hour, because you're definitely going to hurt yourself if you go onto social media. So please stay off. But that brings me to number two. What's the next thing that you have to keep in mind? Well, you know what the most logical thing is for people to do if they're excluded from the house? They call the spouse's best friend or a cousin and say, would you please call my spouse and tell her the following? Uh-uh. That's called a violation of the order of protection. Do not have any third party call your spouse on your behalf, okay? Because you will be arrested for a violation and now you really got trouble. The last thing I wanted to bring to your attention is very important. If you have children and your spouse brings an order of protection request, guess who's coming to see you, to find you someplace, work or wherever you may be? Child Protective Services. The most important thing you can do at that stage is to remember, number one, that you're going to go to court right away. Number two, do not go ahead and speak with CPS. Wait until you get to court with your lawyer, and now your lawyer can make an impassioned plea with you about what happened on that date and time. It goes so much further than if you unburden yourself to the Child Protective Service worker without giving any forethought to it. Okay, so please follow those three things, and you will be in a much better position than if you just react. Lastly, if you are accused of domestic violence, please give us a call and we'll be happy to set up an appointment to speak with you about your rights and obligations and put together a strategy. Thank you and have a great day.